According to a recent Business Insider story, many millennials and Generation C rely on traditional retirement advice that worked for their parents and grandparents but will not enough for them. The question then becomes, how do we retire? What is enough? And how much money do we need for retirement? In his book, Money, Master the Game, Tony Robbins interviewed 50 of the sharpest minds in finance. We might get a good response. There are 3 stages of retirement or financial freedom. Financial security comes first. This is when you can pay all of your living expenses without ever having to work again. Consider how much money you now require every month to fulfill your essential living expenditures. You've got it. This number is significant because later in this video, we will calculate how to reach the first level of freedom. For the purposes of this video, assume your basic living expenses are roughly $40,000 per year. The next step is financial freedom. This is the point at which your existing lifestyle, including living expenditures, is totally paid for. This includes any regular hobbies, trips, or recreational activities. For the purposes of this video, let's assume the annual salary is $65,000. Finally, there is complete financial freedom. This is about having your lifestyle completely paid for and then some. This will allow you to not only support your lifestyle, but also to build your wealth, and hence your lifestyle. Assume this value is $90,000 per year. Now that we have these figures, let's look at how to reach our financial objectives. This is where we begin the accumulating phase. Consider your financial journey to be the equivalent of ascending a large snow mountain. You will have to put in a lot of effort to climb this mountain, but once you reach the top, your labor is complete, and you can slide and enjoy your financial freedom. Welcome to Cashflow Canvas, where we teach lessons about investment and money-saving techniques. If you want to make your financial future better, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. To get there, we must first determine the height of the mountain summit. This is our accumulation goal, the amount of money required for us to remain financially independent for the rest of our lives. Tony provides an excellent method in the book for calculating how much money you need to save in order to retire without running out of money. First, let us discuss financial security. To ensure that our living expenses are covered for the rest of our lives, multiply your monthly living expenses by 12 to get your annual expenses, then multiply this number by 20. Using our prior example, we had an annual living expense of $40,000. This means that multiplying $40,000 by 20 yields our accumulation aim for financial stability. We have set a goal of $800,000. The cost of financial freedom is $65,000 per year. Multiply that by 20 to arrive at our financial freedom aim of $1.3 million. To achieve ultimate financial freedom, double our $90,000 each year by 20 to reach a goal of $1.8 million. But yeah, wait on. We'd like to retire for more than 20 years if possible, and we'll need to account for inflation. This goal number is merely the first step in the accumulation process. We don't have to rely solely on financial resources to achieve our goals. We don't need to save 20 years of life expenditures to begin investing. Instead, we can invest our way there. Once you've reached your goal, you must decide whether to keep working or go on to the next phase. Tony recommends staying at the top for as long as possible. In the realm of investment, waiting can provide significant results. However, if you are ready and wish to retire, we will begin our decumulation phase. This is where you get the advantages of your assets and begin withdrawing from them. Tony believes it is a good idea to be more aggressive in your investments during the accumulation phase and more prudent during the decumulation period. This can hasten your path to prosperity and provide more stability on the way down. Assume you've achieved your financial freedom goal and have $1.3 million in your portfolio. You opt to invest in a more conservative manner, resulting in a smaller but stable annual return of 7%. This indicates your investment portfolio will return $91,000 for the year. You withdraw $65,000 to fund your lifestyle, while the remaining $26,000 remains in your portfolio to continue building your money so that future returns can be adjusted for inflation. Take note that this method only employs the profits your money generates, not the principal. This is why Tony claims it will last the rest of your life. You will not spend any of your $1.3 million. Instead, you will use it to earn interest or returns. We want to preserve the principal intact so it can continue to generate revenue indefinitely. The next question isn't investing risky? The answer is yes. There are risks involved in investing. Market crashes and recessions exist alongside bull markets and economic development. The idea is to allocate our assets so that our money can thrive in any economic climate. Fortunately for us, Ray Dalio, an investor who controls the world's largest hedge fund and has successfully survived all recent recessions, demonstrates exactly how to arrange our investments and profit in whatever economic climate. To allocate our investments to withstand any economic circumstance, we must first comprehend the 4 economic climates. Asset value variations are determined by 4 climates: inflation, deflation, growth, and decline. To build a virtually risk-free portfolio, we must first grasp 2 things: which assets perform well in different economic climates and how to distribute them. When the economy grows, the value of stocks, corporate bonds, gold, and commodities rises. When there is inflation or a reduction in the value of the dollar, gold, Treasury inflation-protected securities, type ES, and other commodities serve to counteract the dollar's devaluation. When the economy suffers, government bonds such as Treasury bills tend to rise in value. When there is deflation or when the value of the dollar rises, stocks, Treasury bills, and cash perform well in this economic environment. Dalio explains that in order for this asset allocation to be effective in terms of returns and loss protection, each quadrant must have identical levels of risk because only one economic environment can exist in each category at any given moment. Growth and decline, as well as inflation and deflation, cannot occur simultaneously. This indicates that by assigning the same level of risk to each group, we are not exposed to a specific environment. Notice I did not specify that there would be equal amounts of money in each category. This is because not all assets are created equally. A 50-50 portfolio consisting of 50% equities and 50% bonds appears similar in terms of money but differs in terms of risk. Dalio explains that equities, like as stocks, are 3 times more volatile than other asset classes. Thus, this technique allocates risk rather than money. Fortunately for us, Dalio provided us with the exact asset allocation approach that would provide growth while essentially eliminating risk. We call this the all-weather portfolio. Again, Ray Dalio is someone who not only protected his own and other investors' money during market crashes and recessions, but also dominated those periods of severe economic weather to become the world's largest hedge fund manager. This is how he divides his resources. Many people are surprised to learn that Dalio's all-weather portfolio only invests 30% of its money in equities such as stocks, which are the most volatile assets. Long-term bonds receive 40% of the funds due to their stability, while intermediate-term bonds receive 15%. He has an additional 7.5% in gold and 7.5% in commodities to counteract inflation. Backtesting the all-weather portfolio demonstrates that it lives true to its name. In the last 30 years, this method has returned approximately 10% every year and profited more than 85% of the time. In major market crashes, the average loss was just around 2%, rather than 40 or 50% as in many other portfolios. This manner, we don't need to predict the market to increase our money and achieve financial independence. As we conclude, I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you found value in this video and learned something new, and I look forward to seeing you in our future videos. I would deeply value it if you could like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support will help us to create more valuable content, and we can work together to secure your financial future. What are the key takeaways from this video that you can share in the comment section?